CNN don't even consider that what they're saying is dangerous and harmful. And now we're at a point where it's sort of that their approach to it may have been counterproductive in the most basic medical ways, and they weren't able to have that conversation because of financial imperatives and because they're basically owned.
Well, they're a propaganda network.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really all they are. They're just a propaganda network. And I used to think they were the news, and I think at one point in time they were the news. And I think somewhere along the line, when pharmaceutical drug companies started spending so much money, I mean, you've seen all those clips, brought to you by Pfizer, Anderson Cooper, brought to you by Pfizer. There is no way they can be honest. There's no way. If you're accepting money from the very people that you now have to hold criminally liable, and they have been criminally liable. I mean, they have the highest criminal fines of any companies ever for crimes like what they've done, lies, covering up evidence, and they just pay a fine and go back to work. And that's what's wild about it. If you killed 60,000 people with your company, and your company, whatever your company made, your company makes peanut butter, and that peanut butter killed 60,000 people, they'd be like, you got to stop making peanut butter.
It's delicious.
Yeah, but with the drug companies, they're like, oh, your experimental drug where you lied about all the tests killed 60,000 people. Well, we're going to need a small portion of the money that you made as a fine, like Vioxx. I forget what the actual numbers were, but it's something along the lines of Vioxx made somewhere around $12 billion. It killed somewhere between 50 and 60,000 people, and they had to pay somewhere in the range of $5 billion in fines. Now, don't quote me on the numbers, but it's pretty close to that. That's wild.
Yes.
Because that means you are allowed to profit $7 billion and kill 50,000 plus people. That's okay, and you can still go to work.